Lean in, lock in, listen. I hope you're having a great day in a great way. And today, I want to really get into the whole aspect of feeding our faith. So many times we cannot maintain an appetite for success because we're starving for it, because we're so starved for attention. We're so starved when it comes to getting liked and people pleasing and placating. All of that becomes deleterious to our destiny. And your faith is particularly based upon who it is that you listen to, what it is that you listen to, how it is that you're going about your life. And one of those things that we have to really focus on is developing ourselves from the inside out. You know, I think one of the reasons why people do not place so much on the interpersonal self and developing who it is they are from the inside out because we can't really see the inside. And because we can't see the inside, we place more emphasis on the outside and we only applaud what it is that we can see. Based upon what you're wearing, we think somebody is just an amazingly wonderful individual when they could be as ugly as I don't know what on the inside. So we place so much emphasis on our hair. We place so much emphasis on what it is that we're wearing. We place so much emphasis on what it is that we're driving. We place so much emphasis on who it is that we are around and trying to be in the in crowd and the clique and the crew and all of that stuff. But what about you? And because we don't place as much value on the inside as we do on the outside, we always hide inside. We hide our gift, we hide our talent, we hide our skill, we hide the wisdom on the inside of us. And when we begin to really place the same amount of emphasis that we place on the outside, on the inside, here's what we'll do. We begin to applaud our success. And too many times we can't applaud our success because we don't see the strides that we're making. It's like somebody going to work out for the first time in a year or first time in months and months and months on end. And they doing a couple of sit-ups and now they start checking for abs. They doing a few push-ups and now they start flexing the mirror looking to see if they have any muscles. It doesn't just happen overnight. The day that you plant the seed is not the same day that you eat the fruit. Let me say that again. The day that you plant the seed is not the same day that you eat the fruit. You have to feed your faith. You have to fortify your faith. And here's what I understand. That comes with consistency. You got to be committed. You got to be consistent. It's not just a Monday, Wednesday, Friday thing. It's not just a Tuesday, Thursday thing. It's not just when you want to show up and when you want to do it or when you want to feed your faith and all that other stuff. It is a consistently daily regimen, something that you have adopted each and every single day of your life to begin to develop who it is that you are from the inside out. Feeding your faith says, I want to remain charged up. Feeding your faith says, I want to be committed to my commitments. Feeding your faith moves you into this particular place that you don't want to be spiritually anorexic. Too many of us are spiritually anorexic because we don't feed our faith. Too many of us, here it is, there's more power on our phone than there is in our soul. Come on, check your phone right quick. How much battery life do you have? I don't know. Maybe it's 50%. Maybe it's 80%. Maybe it's 90%. Maybe it's 97%. Maybe it's 100%. I don't know what it is. Is your spiritual battery life commensurate to your phone battery life? Does your phone have more power than you have spiritually? If so, something's wrong with that. If so, there's some changes that have to be made. If so, there's some things that we're going to have to do, that you're going to have to do to fortify yourself. How do you do that each and every single day? You're committed to your commitment by spending time in God's word. What can you read? What can you listen to that's going to now build your faith? Faith cometh by hearing, hearing by not everybody else's word, but hearing by the word of God. You got to develop your faith. You got to build yourself up. Just like you take yourself to the gym each and every single day, or however many times that you do that, a certain amount of times throughout the week or throughout the course of the month, you've got to be in the spiritual gym. What are you going to do to lift the weight off of you? Laying aside every weight. What are you going to do to cast all your cares? What are you going to do to build your faith each and every single day? Taking the time to sit in silence, taking the time for prayer, taking the time to rest, taking the time for recreation, which is recreation, because you cannot pour from an empty cup. Your spirit is crying out for something. And sometimes when our spirit is crying out for something, we're trying to now satisfy the spiritual craving with something natural. So here's what we do. We want to eat more because you're an emotional eater. You want to spend more because you're an emotional spender. You want to now call everybody up. Yeah, you want to now call everybody up. You want to now hang out with everybody because you know that you've got something on the inside that is craving for connection. And so, because it's craving for connection, you're in a place of a distraction. You think satisfying a natural inclination is going to now subsidize what it is that you're craving for spiritually. It's not going to happen that way. Everybody has a void within that only God can fill within. Because of the spiritual craving, now what we do is we look for something natural and we try to clothe ourselves, to cover, to buy, to amass, to accrue, thinking that all is going to satisfy what it is spiritually. That appetite, interpersonally, we got to tap into it. We got to lean into it. We got to lock in. We got to listen. What is God telling you about you? What has God been telling you that you've been ignoring? What is it that you know that you need to do that you haven't done yet? When I begin to feed my faith, here's what happens. I build myself spiritually, but also my confidence builds. Your confidence is building. The power to take calculated risk builds. Because here's what you're doing now. Now you're getting comfortable with being uncomfortable. Now you're becoming uncomfortable with being comfortable. You see how that works? Now, here it is. You got a different appetite. It's not an appetite for the world. It's not an appetite for things. It's not an appetite for people. It's not an appetite for all of these other things. No, it's an appetite for fruit. Fruit of the Spirit, love and joy and peace and long suffering and patience and meekness and temperance, so on and so forth. Against such there is no law. You see how this has now shifted that? I'm not craving flesh. I'm craving fruit. The fruit of the Spirit. I want my life to be indicative of the fruit because I lean into that. Now I'm a lean, mean fighting machine spiritually. I've shifted my appetite, and my appetite has now become to serve, not to be served. My appetite is now shifted to a place of significance, not just success. And then the success comes from being significant. My appetite shifts to saying, what can I do to help somebody else? What can I do to build? What can I do to get better today? How can I increase my faith? How can I develop who it is that I am? How can I become a better steward of what God has given me financially, spiritually, socially, emotionally, relationally? How can I be a good steward of what it is that God has entrusted me with? All of those things are going to help you do that. Here it is. Now you develop an appetite for leadership. Now you develop an appetite for character development. Now you develop an appetite not just for succeeding, but leading. And now you're succeeding because you're leading. Feeding your faith, starving your doubts. That's what it's about. Each and every single day, I need to be feeding my faith. I need to be focused on feeding my spirit, not just my stomach. I need to be focused on feeding my soul, not just on getting soul food. I need to be focused each and every single day on the ingredients that bring good ideas, the ingredients that bring God ideas, the ingredients that now build me to a place of inspiration. Each and every single day when I'm feeding my faith, here's what I need to be doing. I need to be cooking up compassion and contentment. That's what I need to be cooking up. I need to be stirring up my gifts. I need to be using my hands to heal and to help so that I can build a haven of hope in my head, in my heart, in my home. I need to now be looking to pour into other people, not just from the cup and the ingredients in the cup, but from the overflow that is connected to the cup. I don't want to be pouring from that which is overwhelming because I only have a few droplets left. I need to be pouring from what and that which is overflowing. God is shifting you from overwhelming to overflowing when you begin to feed your faith, when you begin to saturate your spirit, when you begin to lean into the peace that passes all understanding, when you're now moving into a place of empowerment and edification and encouragement. All of that now becomes the engine in the cauldron to shift you into another level. It's time to shift into another gear. Time to feed your faith. Time to starve your doubt. This is how you maintain an appetite for success. Every single day, you understand that you're one day close to where you need to be. Each and every single day, you're looking for the blessing. And you're looking for the blessing. Why? Because you become a blessing. And when you become a blessing, blessings look for you. You don't have to manipulate it. You don't have to gaslight about it. You don't have to be narcissistic for it. You just become it. And when you become it, blessings are going to be coming after you. Goodness and mercy is going to be following you all the days of your life. Here's what I understand. For the days of your life, for the life in your days, there's some things you're just going to have to say no to. Yeah. For all the days of your life, you're going to put more life in your days. You're going to have to know your no. You're going to have to know who to know. And you're also going to have to know who to know. Yeah. How to build healthy boundaries and love without losing yourself. Go get the book right now. You already have it? Great. Write a review for it, please. You already have it? Great. Go ahead and purchase a copy for somebody else. It's available on Amazon as an ebook, but also as a hard copy. Go get a copy. Even right now, you can even get a signed copy on my website, which is EddieConnor.com, EddieConnor.com. Go get a copy of the book. It's going to be an absolutely riveting read. Soar with me into my amazing Eagles community. It's where I'm empowering you to soar into greater success and purpose. It's time for you to stop trying to figure it all out on your own when I've already figured it out for you, right? Building your business, your boundaries, all of that's going to build your bank account, increasing your ideas, your impact, and your influence. Wouldn't you like to do that? I know you want to do that. Join me in my academy as we do that. TheEaglesAcademy.com. It's where I'm coaching, I'm teaching, I'm mentoring, where you're able to network with gifted leaders locally, nationally, and globally. You owe it to you to be a part of our Eagles community too. TheEaglesAcademy.com. Go there right now. When you get there, tap the join now button, fill out the form, be transformed. Hit that thumbs up button on this video. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. I'm growing your greatness. Help me to grow our channel for change, our channel that creates change, our channel that breaks chains, at EddieConnorJr on social media, EddieConnorJr. I know you were transformed by this conversation. You can send a transformative seed. That's going to help my community to grow. It's going to help the people in the city of Detroit who I work with to grow as we feed, as we serve, as we mentor, as we network, as we build. Your seed helps us to meet the need. You can do that even right now on Cash App, $Dr. Eddie Ministries. Yes, Dr. Eddie Ministries. Also, you can do that even on PayPal, info@EddieConnor.com, info@EddieConnor.com, and then even on Zelle as well, EddieConnorJr@gmail.com. Listen, I'm doing the work in the community, coaching, teaching, training, mentoring, pastoring, as the pastor of the Remnant Worshipers Ministry right here in the city of Detroit. You owe it to yourself to join us every Sunday, 10 o'clock a.m., Sundays, 10 o'clock a.m., Tuesdays, 7 o'clock p.m. Church Alive is worth the flight of the drive. Join us each and every single Sunday and Tuesday. Once again, you can sow as you grow, even right now. Links in the chat, links in the description of this video for how and where to give. I'm joining my faith with yours, that even as you give, God is going to increase you in every single specific area of your life. It's yours truly, Dr. Eddie, your main man, 100 grand, your brother. And I mean that from another mother. Family has been fun, but you know, a brother got to run. So I want you to know it's been a privilege and a pleasure, a treat and a treasure, a joy beyond measure. But I want you, yes, you to remember to keep the faith and believe it's going to be bigger, better, brighter. Peace and a whole lot of love. Keep soaring higher. I want you to go ahead and get your hands on my new book, Know Your No. It's all about how to build healthy boundaries and love without losing yourself. Boundaries are not limitations. Boundaries are for liberation. You're going to find a way to unbox yourself. You're going to find a way to really love yourself and to move into a place of emotional regulation, to stand your ground, to draw a line in the sand, stand 10 toes down on it. Don't do the electric slide. Don't moonwalk away from it, but really stand wholeheartedly down on what it is that you say. It's for your protection. It's for your self-care. Moves you into a greater place of self-awareness and emotional regulation, and developing your mental health and creating boundaries so that you can abound to a new and a greater level. Go right now to get a signed copy at EddieConnor.com. EddieConnor.com. And then, of course, you can also get it on Amazon. Go and get the book right now.